It's the end of the first week of TBR Harvest. What have I read so far? Hi friends, welcome back to Pages and Chaos, and Misty has joined us to do a little check-in after the first week of TBR Harvest. Say hi, Misty girl. She is so clingy lately. Anyway, if you've seen my October TBR video that I posted about a week ago, you know that I'm participating in a read-a-thon this month called TBR Harvest, and I'm also picking 2 game boards to complete. So what I've decided to do is for the Trick or Treat game board, being that it is a mood reader game board and you pretty much can pick anything that you're in the mood to read to fulfill the prompts, I am going to pick things that are on my must reads for this month, like my buddy reads and my book club reads and my 5-star prediction reads, things like that, to fulfill those prompts. And so far I was able to fulfill 2 prompts and get 2 things in my Trick or Treat bag. The first book that I have completed fulfills the repeat author prompt, which is the little spider web here, and that is Just for the Summer by Jimminez. Loved this book. I know it takes place in the summer, but it does go into the fall, so I think it still counts. And obviously the whole point of this is to just get some books off of your TBR and have fun with it. The next book that I was able to use to fulfill my trick-or-treat bag was Lou Berney's November Road, and this fulfills the historical setting prompt, the little record player, because this actually takes place with the JFK assassination as the backdrop, so it takes place in 1963, and this works perfectly for that. This is also a book for my 5-star prediction, so I'm not going to give you any details on this book just yet. You'll have to come back at the end of October to see what I think about this book. Now, I do have some other books that are in the works right now that I'm currently reading, and when I finish those, of course, I'll do my week 2 check-in and let you know what I read and what prompts I fulfilled. But I did also do my first roll for the Escape the Corn Maze prompts as well. Okay, so I rolled a 3 for my first roll, and if you go into my board, that book would be a witchy vibes book. And also I have just collected my first black cat with this book once I read it. Now the problem with that is I have 3 physical books that could fulfill that prompt that I have been on my TBR for a while. I also have a whole bunch of books on my Kindle app and my Barnes & Noble app, because when they do the Stuff Your Kindle days, I get a whole bunch of cozy and paranormal mysteries and books, and I have so many that would fulfill this prompt. But I think I'm gonna pick one of these 3 because these have been on my TBR for a while. So this one is actually from my book of the month, and I am trying to, you know, whittle down and dwindle down that whole bookcase. So maybe I'll pick this one. This one is from November 2023. This Spells Love. So it says, a young woman tries to heal her heartbreak by casting a spell to erase her ex from her past, but wakes up in an alternate reality in which she's lost more than she wished for in this witty, whimsical Friends to Lovers debut. I'm not a huge Friends to Lovers fan. I like it occasionally, so I'm not sure. I have Witchful Thinking that I picked up randomly on a whim, and it says, love is the trickiest spell of all. This is about Lucy, who basically casts a spell where she can't say no. There's a whole bunch that goes on. She's a high school history teacher, so that's kind of why I was drawn to this. And of course, it is a witchy vibes romance. So I'm not sure if I'm going to pick this one. And then the last one I've had on my TBR for a while, and this might be the one that I actually pick up, and I'll pick up one of these 2 to fulfill the trick or treat. But this is the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I've heard so many good things about this. This has been on my radar for a while. I've seen it all over social media. So this might be the one that I pick for my first roll. And then I will pick one of these other 2 witchy vibes for my trick or treat prompts. But this one says, witty, witchy, and wonderfully romantic. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches will warm your heart with its endearing characters, grumpy sunshine love story, and gorgeously sparkling magic. A warm and uplifting novel about an isolated witch whose opportunity to embrace a quirky new family and a new love changes the course of her life. And I love a good grumpy sunshine. But I will check in at the end of week 2 to let you know which one I picked and also what my next roll will be when I am finished with that. So let me know down in the comments if you have read any one of these 3 Witchy Vibes books and which one you think that I should pick first. And that's all I have for now for week 1 of TBR Harvest. Bye!